And welcome back to YouTube. This is another YouTube exclusive. We are here in Wreckfest, joining some more online racing. We will be doing the C to A challenge with the Rocket or the Mustang build. You can go ahead and give me a follow on YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, and Instagram. Those will be my 4 main platforms right now. We might include Minds and BitChute and Parlor and things like that. We'll see. We'll test out where the audience is coming from and grow our platforms as needed. But we're gonna vote to kick because he's in a B. But we have the blue Mustang here. We're gonna get that race going. We did tune the vehicle to be better for the tarmac here, as well as for longer runs. We'll see what this track provides. It looks like we're holding steady here in third, which is nice. These two guys are going to battle up in front here. Let us get our feet wet here on the course. I think this is a nice loop. We're going to smash some doors here. Smash a corner panel. He's going to get in the mix, and we're off. So it's got a little bit of a figure 8 loop in here. That'll be interesting as this pack gets extended. This 50s hot rod is really getting up on me. Oh, we are going to bail hard there, as we did not read that turn very well. Alright, we got ourselves back into the top 4 here. We need to catch up to these guys. We are gonna try and exit wide here, get a long run out of the turn. We did not really get that the way we wanted to, and that just happened. That's gonna cost us some performance for sure. It's just one of those things where you know it's coming and there's not really anything you can do. We got to read this turn a little bit better. See if we can hop it on the jump. That's what I'm going to try and do. Alright, we're back up in the 4th. We got 3 laps to go. Alright, let's see if we can get through this little loop without any contact from anybody. Oh, we just snuck through. I don't know anybody behind me made contact, but we're good. That same car. We've either gained a little bit on him or he's gained a little bit on us. Gives us a good benchmark of what we're doing. That was a pretty clean lap. I want to get around. Oh, we shorted that a little bit. That's alright, we'll just come in nice and slow and build out with power. I want to get clean out of that little figure 8. My whole left quarter panel is absolutely gone, as we can see there. This guy is done for. He's got no front end in the police cruiser. Let's see, is anyone going to come out? No, they're not. We did not. Oh, he went for the kill. That was on me on my turn. I'm not going to bump you here. We'll get these guys real quick. These guys are going to fight with each other, which is going to let us catch up. We've definitely lost some steering on the Mustang here with that latest hit. We are just going to coast in. Oh, and he's just going for hits. You know, this is a racing server. This isn't demolition. I get the hits. It's necessary, but I just want to race, you know. Maybe we might look into something else to play. I really enjoy the Wreckfest, but some of these racing communities, ooh, that's on me. Some of these racing groups you get into just don't want to race. They just want to hit. It is a part of the game. I do love that fact, but I'd rather see when you're in the race-only servers that people just want to race. There's a little bump and run. That makes the fun of Wreckfest. We're not an iRacing. We're not a sim racer, so you get that liberty to be able to bump and run here a little bit, but when you're just missiling yourself in, it really just takes away from a good race. We are in 6th here. It looks like we'll be able to get a couple more spots on this final lap. We were as high as 3rd when we started, so I'd like to get at least back to our starting position. But this guy is going to squeeze me. See, that's clean, right? He's going to squeeze me. I'm going to dump him. No major contact in the sense of what my car looks like right now, where I'm absolutely demolished. And there you go. That's why the police cruiser is out of the race, because he just wants to hit people. And that's the thing in this game is, if you can't take the hits, maybe just race. Because he clearly was just launching himself, and now he is he's out of the race. He's done. So we're here. We're back in the 5th. Let's see if we can get this guy. Maybe if we were completely up to speed, we might be able to catch him. I don't know if we're going to be able to get him here on this last straightaway. We're definitely going to try. We might have to send it here. See how late he brakes. He's quite a bit of ways ahead of us. I don't think we're going to be able to catch up, especially with my turning. Whew. Alright, so we lost a couple spaces due to being absolutely pummeled. Absolutely pummeled in the first, but we are see, and the only car that didn't qualify or did not finish was the police, right? Dope 0420. Just missiling himself in. So let's try and go for some dirt. Come on, let's get some dirt. Let's get some dirt racing. Love the Kingston Raceway. I think that's a fun asphalt oval here. Come on. Come on. We're going to go back to the Bangor Raceway here. We've got a lot of straightaways, so I think we're good with our tune. We're going to keep that.
It's just pretend. This way for our trip to the moon. Mr. Rabbit is the tour guide. Take off.
We are going to try and get our win here with the rocket. We are ready to go. If you're hearing any extra noises, I got a little guest with me here in the room today, my little guy Edison. He is joining us. He's going to be running around and having some fun and playing. He's listening to one of his favorite shows right now. He's on the big TV on the other room. He's watching Peppa Pig. I can enjoy Peppa Pig for about 20 minutes, but some of those episodes that they collaborate together are a good two or 3 hours long, and definitely gets me. But we also have Bluey, which is by far one of his favorite shows, and honestly, I think just an absolute gem of a show, and that is just because it is so funny, but it's also an adult cartoon, just like a lot of the Cartoon Networks or Disney XD shows are. It has a lot of adult humor in there that the kids will never pick up on, but the innuendos and the puns are quite funny. And then his other favorite show is Daniel Tiger. So he's enjoying it. So we are in race 2 here. This lobby is taking a little bit longer than we want to join in, but we don't really have any upgrades yet. We'll check that next time around and see if we get any upgrades. We are only at level 6 right now. We're building again this Mustang build. This beautiful blue 1965, 1967 Mustang. And this guy's just not even going to be in the server. Alright. So this might be an interesting race. I think I've got the car tuned the way I want it. These curves are going to be pretty much flat out. I'm trying not to dump this guy, but he's going to, that is going to be fun. Alright, so we're going basically from last. Once we are able to get ourselves back here, we're pretty much going last to the front. We're in 9th, so those two guys are behind us. I'm sure that police car is probably just sitting there still. I don't mind being this far back. The damage is not fun. My whole front end is gone. Not even one lap in. But we'll let them destroy each other, and we'll get in here and do what we need to do. Run clean lap times, find our entries and exit out of these turns at what speeds, and we will then try and quickly get ourselves into contention racing here. There's not a lot of clear markers on this track on where to get your turns real quick. But we'll feel out our markers just by what's here and what we see ahead of us. We'll cut some of these corners to get ourselves a little bit more straight runs on these turns. As long as we're keeping ourselves off the grass, that's going to slow us down as well as get us a little loose. I do want to get into some dirt. I hope this server gets us into some dirt. I love the dirt racing a little bit more, but that's alright. Tarmac is definitely probably not this guy. I'm just gonna let this guy go. Just come on by. I'll give you the. Let's see how late you're gonna turn. Your brakes are gonna be here. He's probably gonna send it. I'm gonna squeeze you in the corner here. Squeeze you on the outside. You pushed me. That's fine. That's good. See, that's good clean racing right there. I knew he was on my corner panel. He could have took me out. That's fine. He decided to race me. I braked a little late on that turn, got a little loose, and he squeezed in there. Good racing. We don't want to hit him. We don't want to. We want to give respect. Good racing here. So this guy up here on my end, the little mini, is probably gonna try and just straight up ram us, which is difficult because when you're having a good race here, you don't want to. Oh, see right there, that guy. That's just ridiculous, right? Like that guy's just sending it. Oh my gosh. I don't know, guys. Let me know in the comments. Am I too concerned about the racing etiquette here in Wreckfest, being that it is Wreckfest? You know, maybe I should be playing some kind of sim racer, and maybe that's what we'll get into. Maybe we'll find some more racing games. Get good at those. Because we have now gone completely from good position to last, because that guy right there completely torpedoed us. It doesn't help I've got an ID that clearly identifies myself as a streamer or a gamer, so people are going to headhunt me a little bit more, but that's okay. I'm up for the challenge. Don't appreciate getting absolutely just destroyed here, but we're getting ourselves into a nice little set. We'll see if we have any upgrades here after we get into the lobby. We're getting a nice build up here to 7. We'll see. I don't think we have anything for level 6. Our engine that was really going to jump us up to a B class is going to be, there we go. We'll get some dirt here with the Pine Hills Raceway. Fantastic. Got a short track reverse style. Personal best, don't have one yet. World best is 38 seconds, so that's a good benchmark. I do like that they have these records here. You guys can't see them here with the cam, but world is 38.529, so that's what we're going to go for. I'm going to tune the car up to get a little bit better in the dirt. So, gear ratio, it is a bit of a straightaway, so we'll keep the gear ratio standard. Differential, we're going to open up a little bit here. Again, that's going to give us a little bit more maneuver. It says an open differential offers predictable handling and improved maneuverability, but grip is limited when cornering or driving on a loose surface. So let's lock the diff up a little bit. Give us a little bit more control around. I think these are going to be a little bit more of a straightaway. We'll soften up our suspension. I don't think we have any upgrades yet. That is going to be coming. Level 7 is going to give us a little bit more power here, and that'll probably be where we max out the C class. And again, we're going to have this up. This will be up live Wednesday morning. So if you are watching this now, it is Wednesday, February the 3rd. If you are watching this in some futuristic land, hello, how are you? Let me know what year you are in. Maybe they have clones by now. Or lightsabers. So in these servers, you can kick people just because they have the wrong car. This is a C server. We want to stay in a C server. Alright, so we're here in first. We did not get a great start off the line, which is fine. We'll let these guys just kind of get in past us. Oh, we did that to ourselves. Oh, what. Okay, well, that wasn't a good start. That was completely on our own. We tried to just slow down to allow them to get by. We had no good approach in there in the turn. Was going to do the respectable thing of letting them by, but now we put ourselves all the way in the back just for the fact that we hit a berm there and did a couple barrel rolls. So the Mustang is not looking clean right now. We are at least at the tail end of the pack here, so we can definitely make our way up, especially if they are going to go at it here. We will be able to get ourselves some positions. We went from first to last. Let's see if we can go from last to first here in 6 laps. Probably going to be a little bit difficult with the damage we took on our own, as well as just the server we're in with these guys just absolutely wrecking each other. Just like that. But we're gaining some spots here nicely. There we go. That's a little bit of what we want to see, is as long as they're taking each other out and not me, I am good. The Mitsubishi here just got absolutely wrecked. You can't even see its iconic taillights anymore. Just run your line, man. I'll run mine. There we go. Fantastic. Our brakes are a little bit tighter than I want. We're braking for sure. We got a little squirrely there. Oh, and we got ass packed. And we're down a hill. Fantastic. Well, this is not our race. Well, I asked for dirt. I wanted dirt. Put myself on dirt, and I'm not performing to what the standard I want. But we're only in race 3 here. We're only 20 minutes into the episode. We will go again for about an hour, so we got a good 40 more minutes of racing here to get good, get ourselves into a nice groove, get our tune down. I think that's a little bit of the issue here is my tune. I fully expected this to be a little bit more dirt. We got a mix here, tarmac and dirt. And my braking is definitely a little heavier than I wanted, which isn't allowing me to get in and out of these exits the way I wanted. So we got a good line there. Probably cut it a little bit too short, but enough that we were able to get around. I'm sure he's right on our tail. Yep, I would not be surprised if I get absolutely torpedoed here. Nope, shocking. The Mini's going to get involved. I feel like that Mini just absolutely is wrecked every race right now. So we've gotten ourselves a couple positions there with the little bumping around. With we are going to send it in reverse. Get out before anyone can nail us. Definitely did not. Thought I could get through that turn without any or limited braking. Did not work. Went a little bit too aggressive there, and now we've got ourselves back in last. So, we're trying to feel out this track. I would love if this maybe was an 8-lap race, 10-lap race. But it's all right. We gotta figure things out with 6. We're stuck on some tires here. So we got Brute Force in front of us. We got Mean Rattler in front of him. I wonder what those asterisks are, if those are bots or what those green asterisks are. Are that rivals or something? Someone I've made contact with. Let me know in the comments if you know what those green asterisks are. Are those maybe verified drivers, or because it's the same with the Wild Crusher? Are these bots? Are these bot guys jumping into the racetrack? I don't know. I don't think there's probably. I mean, there's bots and everything else. Why wouldn't there be bots in this online? But I don't know, because I don't see anything on the Oscar George 67, and Mean Rattler and Brute Force seem like those are some generic games. So most likely they're bots. Maybe that's Wreckfest's way of denoting that for us. And if so, I got beat by like 6 different bots. So that is, yeah, I think those are bots because there's absolutely no ping off of those guys. So that's what that green is. Fun. Alright, so we're going to fix our tune up a little bit here for this Fire Rock Raceway. Got a lot of turns, so we're going to got some straightaways as well, but we're going to lower our gear ratio so we can get off the line a little bit faster, in and out of these turns a little bit faster. We're going to tighten up the suspension a little bit. The differential is good. We're gonna put the brakes on. I like the brakes where they are, really. Let's extend that gear ratio and see what happens here. I'm going to stiffen up this differential a little bit. Okay, here we go. We're good. We're ready to go. We're going to test out this tune here. So let us know. Let me know. Do you like Wreckfest? Do you want to see us keep playing Wreckfest? Do you want to see me play different racing games? We've got different dirt games we can play. Definitely not going to probably get into any of the iRacing or sim racing games, just for the fact that I am here on controller. I don't necessarily have the finances or ability to go get myself a racing rig of any sorts. So I will play some more of the cartoonier sims like the Wreckfest here or Forza, things like that. that will allow us to get some good racing, but not have to put in necessarily all the finances. And you know, I think this this channel is going to be a bit more of a variety channel. I'm enjoying the Assassin's Creed play. I'm enjoying being able to come in on random days like this, come in here, get a gameplay of Wreckfest. Fridays, get a gameplay, some different battle royales or platform games or fun Atari games that we can find, and just get a different mix of games and not be so loyal to one. And the channel, well, let's be honest, we're only in week 2 here, is very early in its infancy. So we can end up being whatever we want, whatever you guys want. I do want to play games that I think are fun and enjoyable, but I'm here to entertain, I'm here to grow this community, and if there's things that you want to see me play, things that you want to see me do differently, just let me know, and we'll do that. So we are having a better run here, even though we got a little squirrely and a little off track. We have found our way. This Mitsubishi is just everywhere. Ooh, okay. We're back in. I was hoping this would be a little bit more dirt. It's 100% tarmac. We are getting a good race here. We're going to hunt these two guys down. Both of them are legit people, it looks like. So they are going to continue to fight with each other. And this is where we got all squirrely last time. I think we did a really good job in that first lap to avoid any major damage or a major wreck into the bridge there. There we go. Use that berm a little bit, that curb, to get us spun around the right way. Probably should have went with a bit of a shorter gear ratio. I am seeing now this is mostly a curve race, not truly any real straightaways. That's going to probably cost us getting out of these turns with these guys, especially if I take turns like that and go extremely wide. I think some of these cars might be just a little bit more powerful in the C class as me right now. Might have all those sport upgrades fully maxed out. So we are going to continue to just keep racing, get our points. Finishing 4th here gets us a good amount of experience points. That's going to get us closer to 7th so that we can add all those extra parts that we need before we are able to get up to level 23 and really get that engine modification that will get us to a B class. And as well, this time spent racing here is going to get us the experience so that when we do go into the B, we aren't making silly mistakes like that right there, or getting rammed into by guys like this. So we're going to keep growing. I have a baby Edison crawling on my feet right now under the desk. He is playing hide and seek with my dog Zetterberg, a little Dachshund Corgi blend that we have. And that is definitely a bit distracting, but we power through, as any good racer does. You got guys about to race Daytona 500, and they're going to be in temperatures well above 100 degrees inside their cars, going around one of the most famous racetracks of all time. And if they can do that, I think I can handle racing here on a video game with a little baby, which I'm now getting a clear whiff of a stinky butt. That's a little too much information for you. I do apologize. Just giving you a realistic perspective of my racing situation. It's not raining. It's not pouring. It's just a baby with a dirty bottom. Ooh, we braked way too early on that. Oh, and he rightfully so dumped us. And now a good race is going to turn into a pretty bad one just for a simple mistake that we made there. Let's see if we can catch up back to these guys. That was just a lapse in judgment there. I think we were having a really good run. Definitely getting this Mustang, you know, spinning around the track the right way, and just absolutely clipped that corner. Got dumped, rightfully so. That's all he could do. I don't get upset with that. That was all on me. All he could do is really bump my fender there because I totally messed up that corner. Dumped me, but now we've got some catching up to do with, and we're just gonna add to our mistakes. We just killed 2 civilians. That's gonna come out of our budget. I am so sorry for their families.
No.
I am so sorry. But we are back. Let's get in. I'm just taking out all the advertisement.
Okay.
Alright guys, we are going to be right back, just for the fact that, like I said, I do have a little guy here, wonderful, almost 2 years old, that needs a bit of a changing. So we are going to cut, there will be a cut here, and then we will come right back into some racing here, back into some multiplayer with the C. We'll see if we can upgrade some things as well, but I will be right back. Alright, and we are back. We are going to find another server here that we can jump into. So we look like we've got Racing Class C. Let's go here. Well, ooh, I should have stayed where it was. Okay, yeah, let's stay here. I think this will be fun. Something different than the races we've been doing. It looks like they are doing Hilltop Stadium, the Bangor races, and doing some figure eight, so that'll be interesting. What's up, bud? We'll play with the train later, okay? So my parents got, and my brother and my parents got us a train, a Thomas the Train Engine set with a huge track. And we were building it this weekend. We had it almost completed. There was some minor issues with just the plastic not fitting properly, as typical of these box store. But it was a pain in the butt to put together. And then when we did get it together, a wonderful Edison decided to rip up all of what was left of the directions and then decided to tear all the tracks apart. So we now have the fun, which is absolutely probably more fun than following directions, is making our own track. So we made a fun little loop oval for him for his train that he's enjoying. So we will be playing with that later. And yeah. He also got a cool Tonka truck that allows you to do some pretend work with a screwdriver and a wrench. He's just generally having fun as a little guy, little 2-year-old. So I don't know what track, don't know necessarily where we're gonna end up next. It looks like doesn't really tell you what lap they're on. I can just kind of see. Do you want to join? Do you want to join? Okay. So we are going to have a little visitor here. Say hello. Say hi. Say hi. Say hi to the camera. Say hi. No? Say hi. Okay. Alright, so we are going to have our little bit of a guest host here. Can you say hi, Edison? Say hi. I'm going to drink some coffee. Thank you. You eat your muffin. So we are going to just play a little bit. I am going to just kind of wait and see how long these guys are in. Maybe we'll pop out. We'll pop out because I want to keep racing. I don't want to sit here and wait for these guys, even though it looks like they have a fun server set up. Do you like your muffin? Mommy made wonderful muffins and got fun, little colorful in there. Little food coloring in there. Yeah, you showing the camera? Nice. Good job, bud. Good product placement. Proud of you. Alright, let's see if we can jump in. Let's see if this one looks like it's a bit more racing. See if we're waiting for anybody. Got our coffee to drink here. I am a Michigan State fan. No, I did not go to Michigan State. I was accepted to go to Michigan State, went to Michigan Tech instead, and then graduated at Aquinas College here in Michigan. But, longtime Michigan State fan. Basketball is in major trouble right now. I think a little bit of COVID and a little bit of Tom Izzo has a great team of supporting role players and doesn't necessarily have... We thought Watts was going to be it, but... has not yet had that player come out and be that superstar. So we'll see. Can't really many of the sports can't really look at this season and say, wow, what has happened here. And it's Michigan State, and if you know anything about college basketball, Michigan State turns it on when it comes to the playoffs. I don't know if getting beat by 30, 40 points by Rutgers, Ohio State, is going to see that turnaround, but they also had some time off, just like Michigan with their basketball. They got shut down for a couple weeks, but we'll see. Michigan State football looks like they're going to have a nice little rebuild here. I was quite impressed with the fall season. Oh, you want to go down? Okay, bye-bye. Bye-bye. I was quite involved in paying attention to how Mel Tucker built his team this fall. We are going to get the tablet going for some educational programming here for little guy. But
Mr. Elephant has the ball. Tackled by George.
we do have, we're going to turn that down because I'm sure you guys can hear that if I can hear that. So we are going to turn Peppa down so we don't get any copyright strikes. Sorry, Peppa. But Michigan State football, yeah, I really think that they were building up to something. I think a huge win over Michigan just to kind of set the tone of that new rivalry with the coaching staff. COVID or not, Michigan should have won that game. Everyone knows it. And they kind of screwed the pooch. So we are now, unfortunately, stuck between servers right now. There's not really anything we can do. We can maybe... let me know if you want to change up the paint scheme here. It's pretty basic. Okay, we got an option here. We got Raceway, Firewood Motor Center, Thin Cross Circuit. Let's we'll go with just what's gonna get us into a race. So it looks like we got, again, not any true straightaways here, so we might balance our tune here. Still looks like we got a little bit of dirt and tarmac for the most part, so let's tune ourselves up for that. Our gear ratio is definitely not going to be right for this car or for this race, so we will go there. Suspension's good. We are going to loosen up the differential suspension. We're going to stiffen up a little bit, and we're going to go back to the rear brakes. And we're ready to go. I am excited, though. We got the Super Bowl this weekend. I think it's going to be a really, really good game. Again, we're recording here on February the 2nd. This will be live for the first time on February 3rd. If you're in the future, again, let us know how the lightsabers are. But Super Bowl for 2021 is this Sunday. And we have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. For the first time ever, a team, you know, I never thought I'd see it in my life. I've always thought it'd be cool. I thought it would have been cool if the Lions did it back then when they had the Super Bowl in Detroit, even though that was a good Super Bowl with Pittsburgh. Yeah, I mean, to have you in your own venue is something really cool. Now, I think it's going to be different with everything COVID. You're not going to have a packed stadium. The Super Bowl as well, even if you're in your home stadium, is not really for the fans, unfortunately. It's for anyone that is a donor or a partner or a friend, which makes it interesting, the marketing of that event when it's supposed to be a fan sport. But it'll be quite good. I think the conspiracy in me thinks that Tom Brady's going to win it, not because he's not good, but just because I think they're going to definitely make way for him to get that 7th title. I do think Tom Brady's probably going to play until he's about 49. I don't know if it'll be all with Tampa Bay at this point or maybe on to someone else. But I do see him trying to beat that record of the oldest quarterback of all time. I think it also would be really amazing for his personal TB12 brand if he gets to say, oh yeah, I was the oldest quarterback and look how amazing I look. I look like I could be a supermodel compared to the last guy who fought in World War II. So that is something in itself. But I also think Patrick Mahomes, hurt or not hurt, is just an absolute freak of nature, just a God-given, amazing athlete. Oh man, I keep hitting those berms. Oh, that guy hit it a little bit worse than I did. But yeah, so I think it's going to be a really good game. I think Tampa Bay is probably got a chance to be back next year. I really think for what they've done this year on such short notice of getting everyone together, putting a lot of random pieces together. Bruce Arians saying, "Hey, you know what, Tom? I'm gonna take off the pedal here. Let's work a little bit more together. Let's be a little bit more collaborative." Antonio Brown, getting him in. He's still not even 100%. I don't think. I mean, that team is stacked for at least another year or two. Obviously, they got money that they have to handle. They got players that they're going to have to bring in. There's definitely pieces on the offense that they'll have to look at. Defense, though, is a stellar defense, as always. Since the John Gruden days, Tampa Bay's always had a pretty impressive defense. Tampa, too, is famous out of there. But then you also have the Chiefs. I mean, the Chiefs just have weapons on top of weapons. And one of the most important weapons on Kansas City is not their quarterback, not their running back, none of their wide receivers. It's their tight end. It's Kelsey. This gets talked a lot about in the commentating world when you're watching games. But Travis Kelsey was a quarterback in college, and not a half bad one at that. Obviously not good enough for the NFL. But for him to become a tight end, you have to understand that he can read the game just as well as these quarterbacks do. And that is such a disadvantage when it comes to these linebackers, safeties, defensive backs that have to guard him, because he knows where the zones are soft, he knows where the man pressure is going to be weak for him, and he can easily slide himself into position that's going to allow for Mahomes to just get these little pop-off passes. And then he's an athlete. I mean, Kelsey, rightfully so, should probably be considered a wide receiver, not a tight end, because he is such an athlete. As I'm driving through the billboard there, he is such an athlete, and he can get that ball and make positive yardage for you. So But yeah, we got the Super Bowl. Daytona 500, Daytona week is coming up, and it's a double Daytona and the Daytona race course. So if you're an auto sports fan, especially NASCAR, we are in for, I think, a great season of NASCAR. Now, you know, a lot of people discount NASCAR as a sport or more of just an entertainment, but I'll tell you what, I've been to NASCAR races, I've been to Daytona, I've been to Michigan here multiple times. I won't say I'm a diehard race fan. I definitely dropped off after Dale Jr. Retired, got back into it the last couple years, but when you put everything together on what these guys and the ladies that race, what they have to endure in these races, it is something special. It's something that is no other athlete can handle. And rightfully so, with everything that happened this year with the COVID pandemic, or last year I should say with the COVID pandemic, they came back, they had virtually no positive cases, they did everything right, they got a great race season underway, they were very flexible and creative with how they did these races, and I think it's going to pay off for the long time. Seeing back the 3 Daytona races this season, back-to-back weekends in Daytona. We're going to see Bristol on dirt. Even though I am biased, I would have liked to see Eldora on dirt with NASCAR at Tony Stewart's track instead of Dover. I know there's some history there. That's the last time, or sorry, Bristol is the last time that there was dirt in NASCAR was at Bristol, but I think they might have burnt a bridge there with Tony Stewart. Tony Stewart's coming out with his Legends Racing this summer, which I'm extremely excited for. I think that's going to be awesome. I think you're going to see some really big names, and it's going to be somewhat like your PGA Tour. I'm trying to think of the name there, but your Senior Tour, and it's going to be an option for these guys to go do some fun racing, make some money, continue to show that they got it and that they're still competitors, that they may not be able to necessarily, drive these stock cars as fast as they used to, but they can definitely get around some of these short tracks, some of these dirt tracks, and be able to really continue to deliver to the fans. I think you're going to also bring a lot of new fans to that type of racing. I think something in NASCAR that's been asked for a long time by the fans is that they loosen the restrictions on some of the cars. Safety has always got to be a priority, and I think we've seen that, especially with what happened at the beginning of the last season. If you missed that, go on to YouTube, watch the Daytona 500 from 2020, and you'll see the horrific crash that happened there, and how everyone was able to make it out, no problem. But I think what they're gonna do here with NASCAR next year with the new cars, making it cheaper for new people to get into the racing. I would like to see a lot more diversity in NASCAR. I don't necessarily think that we need to add more cars to the track. I mean, the reality is, on any given race, whether it's a super speedway or a short track, road course, it's typically a 15, maybe on a good race, a 20-car race, and everyone else is pretty much being lapped. Some races, though, it could be a 5-car race, and those ones get a little bit boring, I'll be honest. I've definitely, I think as many in any sport have found themselves snoozing on a race or a game that's just pretty much in the bag on who's going to win and who's going to pull away. But that car keeps taking that corner there, and I don't know if it's a real person or a bot. I think it's a bot, but I am going to try and see if I can slide that, because they are getting a nice little advantage there by not hitting the jumps. And when these bots are racing, you think they're going to be easy, but they're not, because they're programmed. But we'll see if he does it again. He's done it 2 times now. It looks like probably, I think, gonna slide. He's gonna just slide right underneath the jump here coming up. And so is these guys. Oh, okay. Alright, so you got to learn from these bots because they definitely know the track better than I do. It's in their AI. And you can just tell right there, we gained a good amount of time just because we're a little bit faster. And we're not hitting these jumps. So, learning, which is nice. Too bad our braking's a little off. We're braking a little hard. Probably need to roll through some of these turns a little bit more, or just let off the gas. Let our gear ratio take care of things from there. That one probably wasn't as beneficial as the other ones that we've done. Well, we definitely have caught up to this guy. But to continue our conversation in the sports world, love talking about sports, probably my most favorite thing to do. I am a huge soccer fan. I do that for a living, coaching that is. I also do some marketing for the club that I work for, as well as other marketing outside of that. But I will say, as much as I enjoy watching the U.S. men's national team and women's national team just absolutely blow out some of these CONCACAF opponents or international opponents, I will say, as appreciative and much respect that I have for the Trinidad and Tobago team that on short notice decided, yeah, we're going to play, we'll see you, let's give it a go. For the men's national team to just absolutely blow them out 7-0. I'll be honest, I turned it off at half. I watched the highlights in full. I listened to all of the post shows. Total Soccer Show podcast is my go-to for any post show stuff. But I shouldn't have hit these jumps because look at that, he's pulling away. It just wasn't entertaining. I mean, these are all, you know, academy, younger guys, guys trying to come back and get their chance, and they deserve to play and they deserve to have these opportunities. But it just wasn't what I was hoping for in a game. I was hoping for something a little bit more competitive. And in all honesty, just as Detroit Lions fan as I am a men's national team fan, I want to see us get our asses kicked. I want to see us really have to compete. I want to see Pulisic in the lineup, meaning that this opponent is putting their A team out there and they're not going to be someone that's just easily toyed with, easily beat. And you know, I think we're going to see that for sure coming. I think COVID pandemic and everything also plays a factor massively in what the teams can do right now. We got the She Believes Cup coming up with the women's national team, which will be really good games. The U.S. women's national team has not had the best run in the She Believes Cup the last couple years, which is great. That means international soccer on the women's game is getting much stronger. They're not as dominant as they used to. I mean, let's be honest though, the women's national team just rebuilds. And now they're getting these international players to change allegiances to the U.S. And they're coming in at 20, 22 years old and just absolute studs. And with that, I mean, they're going to continue to dominate. If they don't win the Olympics this summer, I'll be shocked. If we have the Olympics, I don't know if you've been keeping up with the news, but did find out listening to morning podcasts, CNN and NPR, that Japan is getting hit pretty bad, and I hope everyone there is okay and they're able to get the pandemic under control, as well as get vaccinated and get their ICU beds not as full. I hope that for everybody, really. Here in Michigan, we are still in phases of shutdown, which has been psychologically not the most entertaining and fun, but my wife, as a healthcare provider, a frontliner, I'd rather see her being safe and not sick or in serious mental and physical trouble because of what's going on, and have a bit of a shutdown and move on with life, hopefully getting back to normal, and then the opposite, which we all know what the reality is there. So we are going to race one more. It has not been necessarily the best run for us, but we are going to give it a good go here with the last 6 laps. We're going to go full go. We're going to go full go with our gear ratio. Differential is going to be good. We're going to move that to the middle. We are going to move this into standard. We're just going to really go long on a gear ratio and try and get as much max speed as we can. And see where we go from there. And we're ready. So this is going to be our last race here in Wreckfest on this YouTube exclusive. Again, as always, we're looking to get the affiliation here on Twitch as fast as possible with 50 followers. We're trying to get 1,000 followers by 2022 on Twitch, but also on the other platforms. And as this community grows, it's only going to be more and more entertaining for me, more and more entertaining for you, which is why I'm here. So go ahead and give me a follow here on YouTube. You're only going to be able to see this video on YouTube. We have Twitter, we have Twitch, we have Instagram, all great follows. Each of them have their own purpose. Twitter is going to be where I'm going to have conversation of what's going on in the world and gaming and real life. YouTube is going to be where I update these videos for your ability to watch them. Twitch is where I'm streaming, having the conversation, having fun, playing these games. And Instagram is going to be where we just kind of put up some fun clips and photos of the different streams. We got a little bit of a late start there with some lag, I think, on my end or their end, not sure. Not a great start, but we got this long gear ratio that's going to let us get up to speed. We've been at this track before. We've done exactly what we're doing now. We're just going to let these guys... getting on. This guy's just in here to hit, which is a bit annoying, I'll be honest. It's a bot too. And you know what? I'm now thinking about it. I wonder in our earlier races, and I'll look back, I wonder if the guys I was getting the most annoyed with were bots. Because they have been programmed to play Wreckfest. They've been programmed to destroy things and run into people. So, and it doesn't help when I do things like this. Alright, this has not been a great race, so we are going to go one more time. I want to have a good race to end on. We'll see what happens here with 5 more laps. We definitely have a lot of race to go. This is not a good track for me, as we saw previously. Just don't get a good read here on these bends and twists and turns. So we'll maybe go one more depending on how we finish here. I don't want to end this video without at least a podium or a top 5 finish. So we'll see what we get here. See if we can get into the top 5. That'll be our benchmark to end right now. Can we get into the top 5? We are playing this Mustang build from C to A. It is a bit of a mid-grade C-class vehicle right now. As we see, we don't really have necessarily everything we want out of the vehicle, but we have most of the upgrades. It's just really getting the vehicle tuned the way we want it to do, and reading the track and being aggressive the way that we need to be around some of these turns, and you know, not necessarily having to slam on the brakes, maybe letting off on the gas a little bit more, as we see with this Mini. Okay, so we gotta came on the track very awkwardly. Giant 666. I'm gonna let these guys battle it out. I do think we found ourselves back into the original server we were in, noticing some of these cars that are here. Again, they could be bots and just a repeat of what we've already seen. But it does seem like it. Just seeing some of the cars, some of the names. This guy's gonna ride me all the way. Come on. Jumper Jack, you dick. let me know in the comments. We've had a good sports conversation today. Let me know in the comments what you guys... Come on! Let me know in the comments what's your favorite sport to watch, favorite sports to maybe play video games in, what's the teams you're supporting. I am a Michigan fan, so I support the Detroit Lions through the tough times, the very tough times, the 0-16 tough times, and now hopefully the good times where we are seeing really, really impressive rebuilding tactics going on that hopefully will pay off. Red Wings fan, they've got a game tomorrow, which will be great. Then we have the Michigan State Spartans. That's my NCAA and football. And then we have the Pistons and Tigers that I will pay attention to. Not a huge NBA fan. I was back then with the early 2000s Pistons with Tayshaun and Ben and Rasheed Wallace and Hamilton and Chauncey. But be honest, basketball is not really my game. Tigers, I love baseball. I was a baseball catcher myself, but watching on TV just sometimes doesn't necessarily have the same spunk as going to a race or going to a game at the ballpark. Definitely going to get the little guy there to some of these games. I am in the west side of Michigan, so we have a lot of minor league baseball teams, a lot of minor league hockey teams, so definitely get out to those as much as possible. Soccer-wise, though, I don't really have a true affiliation. I really just enjoy and love watching all things soccer. That just to affiliate myself to one team, I've never really had that desire. Now I think if we have an MLS team here eventually in Michigan, or if we have a growing USL type team, I might change those ideas. But really, I'll just support what's good, what's enjoyable to watch. As a coach, I want to watch and learn from the game. So, racing wise though, I love my Formula 1. I watch the entire season. I'll get up super early, or I will watch the game or the races. I will watch them. I'll watch them in replay at maybe 1.25 speed or 1.5 speed to get it all in. I am mobile a lot on the weekends, especially during the spring season when a lot of the racing is going on. Well, fantastic. We're gonna finish things out here with a figure eight, which I think is great. We've been wanting to race a figure eight for some time. It just hasn't come along. We're definitely going to have to tune our ratio here a little bit. We don't want necessarily... you know what? Let's keep it as is. Let's just go. Let's go for broke here with the tune that we have. Formula 1, though, I won't lie and say that I'm not a Lewis Hamilton fan. I mean, how can you not? He's unbelievable. I want to just see him keep winning and winning and winning. I'm more intrigued to see what's going to happen next year when the cars make some drastic changes to different modifications you can add to the car, downforce limitations, power limitations, and see if that Mercedes is still just as fast, just as strong. But I think Formula 1 is in a golden age of race right now. You've got regrowth going on at Williams with new ownership. You've got Aston Martin coming in. I mean, you've got so many good drivers that are moving around on teams. You got the interesting what's going to happen with Red Bull with their Honda engine. Are they going to design their own? Is that going to set them back? Is that going to push them forward? Are they going to find someone else to come in? But yeah, I mean, I think you have such a great opportunity to see just a continued golden age of Formula 1 right now at the fastest, most entertaining it's ever been. NASCAR the same. Don't really have a driver. I like kind of the older guys, the Harvicks, the Kyle Bushes. I really just root for good racing and good entertainment for that as well. But yeah, just more enjoy watching the entertainment than rooting for one guy. I will say, if it comes down to it, I'm probably going to be a Brad Keselowski guy or a Michigan guy, for that matter, any of the Michigan racers. But And they've had some good runs here. Brad was up there in the top. Alright, so here we go. We're going to finish off with this final race, figure eight. We're trying to not DNF here. I think that would be the goal. But see how far we can qualify ourselves up here with the setup we have. The biggest thing here is going to be just getting out of this pack, because everybody is going to want to just send it in, and then once the pack gets spread out here, it's going to be real banger of a race. Oh, we got headphone wires playing with the joystick. Alright. Probably should have went for the shorter ratio now that I'm looking at this. I don't know if we're going to get to the speeds we want to get some ground here, but we'll see. We're just going to heavy metal, pedal to the metal here. We're going to have to bang a little bit to keep our speed up and not hit the wall. Read these corners properly so we don't hit the wall. And also, the luck of the figure eight, seeing who gets picked up. Because we're only lap 3 out of 12. And these guys are going at it. That does not help me. I don't want to get too far back in the pack, because I will start becoming the fish there in the middle, ready to just get picked off by these guys as they come through. As well, some of these guys are going to be there as well. I definitely did not tune. Thought this was going to be a bit of a bigger figure eight. We got the Hurst here. Oh, come on, Hurst. Frankenstein 13. Real guy trying to drive me into the wall. Ha ha! Ha ha! There we go, Frankenstein. Get it as we get karma. You take the hits with your big back end, and I'll just follow suit right after you. We gotta get this guy now. I wanna just beat this guy. Guys are getting hit now. Ooh, that was close. That was close. We got two of these giant Hearst racing mobiles. I think no one really appreciates the classics. He's got a lot of weight on me, which is going to make it just increasingly difficult for me to get by if we're rubbing sides. But his tactic here is just going to be dump and run. We'll spin him maybe. Oh, well done. Well done. There we go. We got ourselves in the 6th. Both Hearsts got taken out there. We definitely just pushed them right through. We definitely have some cars starting to DNF, which is going to make it a little bit messy here as we try to survive. We've got, looks like 5 laps left. We don't want to make any of our own mistakes. Let's get through clean, get through clean. There we go. Ooh, we are not getting a good lap here. Okay, get through, get through, get through. Good, good, good. We are in 4th now. I don't know how that just happened. Just realized it. I think 1, 2, and 3 are quite far ahead of us. That guy's going backwards, which is awesome, I guess, for him. Just going to ruin everyone else's race and just go backwards. We have the Hearst behind us quite a bit. I think we've got a little wiggle room. We're trying to get through without any hits. We've done the hitting. We have not been T-boned ourselves or wrecked ourselves. That Hearst is quite a bit behind us, so I think we got a little bit of wiggle room as long as we can get through here without getting absolutely destroyed. Hopefully other guys are getting destroyed behind us or in front of us, that we can gain some more positions here. We wanted to finish top 5, so that's what our goal is right now. It looks like we got a car done for, and we've got ourselves either a lapped car, or it says Hillbilly Hobbit, so we'll see what that is for us. Oh boy, that was not good. That is going to cost us for sure. Yep, because he is going to ram us. But we've stayed here in 4th. That was a little bit... Oh, you dick. Now we're going to lose some spots here because this guy just doesn't know how to race. He just wants to sit here and torpedo. I guess we are in the figure 8, so that is kind of what this race is about. But we just went from 4th to 7th in one hit. I did start off with a mistake on my end, which is unfortunate. Got a little bit distracted here. But now we're just trying to survive at this point. We did lose. And we're going to go all the way now to last, guys. Pretty much. That's what's going to happen because I just blew it. Blew it here at the end. Gonna just push this guy out of the way. This guy's gonna ride me hot. Oh, and I am done. That is pretty much a DNF for me. I am gonna try and crawl. And we're done. Ah! We were having such a good race, and it absolutely ended in misery there because we had some distractions. Oh boy. Okay, well, that is where we are going to call it for an end